What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Life Coach Zach podcast. I am your host, Zach Rance. Obviously, today is November 1st, 2021, the first of the month. One of my favorite days of the month is the first of the month. Why is it one of my favorite days? Well, I really enjoy goal planning. I love preparing for the next 30 days, writing down what I'm trying to accomplish, and reflecting on what has happened last month, over the last 30 days. Now, as we approach the end of the year and the holidays, this is the time when most people start to take their foot off the gas. This is the moment when people stop working as hard and they stop eating healthy because their easiest excuse is, oh, the holidays are coming up. Oh, I have to do all these things with family, and it's just eating bad is kind of a part of the holidays. And yes, it is. And yes, I want you to live your life. We all should enjoy good food. But my point of talking about this fallacy of people not being as intentional about their goals towards the end of the year is that we're also looking towards next year, right? Up until the first of 2022, it seems as if the end of the year is when we start planning for next year. But I want to encourage you today, right here, right now, to really put your foot on the gas, double down on what's working, be twice as intentional about focusing on the processes that will lead you to your goals. There's plenty of time to still accomplish what it is you want to accomplish. If you wanted to lose weight this year, if you wanted to make $100,000 this year, if you wanted to read 20 books this year, if you wanted to volunteer for 15 hours this year, you still have plenty of time to do all those things. Okay. Your goals for 2021 are still in reach. They are still in reach. With that being said, I have 20 days until my Ironman race. And I know I talk about it a lot because it's something that's really important to me. It's something that's really important to me because Ironman training and the Ironman races are the foundation for my health. They're the foundation for my work. They're the foundation for the purpose of what I'm trying to bring to the world, which is personal growth and self-development. I've been on this journey now for well over 5 years, reading personal growth books and being aware of personal development and self-development and being 1% better every single day. And I've seen incredible results. I'm very healthy. I'm very happy. I'm making a decent amount of money. I've built businesses, whether it's real estate or life coaching. I've been consistent about a lot of things, including this podcast. I've been consistent about my YouTube videos. I've been consistent more or less about my blogs, right? I've been consistent about eating healthy, exercising, meditation, reading. I've developed a beginner's mindset. I can acknowledge and understand that I don't know everything. I have a really good sense of humility. I'm starting to be more realistic about my own mortality, which is allowing me to live more freely. And it's important to focus on one thing at a time. And I know I just listed off a ton of things that anyone can do to live a more fulfilling life, but being super aware and hyper aware of your habits, whether good or bad, is the first start. Taking inventory of where your time and attention is going. And we have 60 days left of the year. This year is not over. Yes, it's November. Yes, people are putting up Christmas decorations in freaking November 1st, right? But that doesn't mean the year is over. Write down your goals. That the goals you had at the beginning of the year are still your goals at the end of this year. Maybe some of them change, right? I mean, some of my goals have changed. They really have. Businesses that I wanted to start didn't work out. Businesses that I was working on in the beginning of the year no longer exist. Shout out the Mental Health Collection. We gave it a shot. Matt, we gave it a shot. And I'm proud of us for trying. And even though we didn't create a profitable business, we impacted some people's lives. And we learned a lot about the product industry, in my opinion. I mean, you know a lot more. Shout out, Matt. I'm kind of talking to you right now through my podcast. You know a lot more about business than I do. That's clear. You've had a lot more successes in your life than I have when it comes to business. And, creating and building a business around merchandise and a product is not easy. It's really not easy. So I want to commend and give kudos and acknowledge all the people that have created a product, whether it's a clothing line brand or maybe an invention of some sort. Shout out to you guys for staying in it, because it is one of the hardest listen, I don't know much about business. One of the hardest things I've ever done was try to create this business, the Mental Health Collection, from scratch, and without even the help of Matt. Shout out my boy Matt Tanner, brother for life. Even without the help of Matt, it was still hard. Without Matt, impossible. It would have been impossible. Now, the Mental Health Collection, technically, legally, it's not dissolved, right? We're still recognized by the state of Florida as a business. But that was one of my goals for the year, was to create a profitable business through the Mental Health Collection. Did it work out? No. And that's okay. I learned a lot from it. And the most important thing, and I say this all the time about the reason why I'm a life coach, is that I step into the greatest version of myself every single day. I have a responsibility. I'm accountable, and I have a sense of obligation to be the best version of myself for my clients. I cannot tell my clients to wake up early, read books, meditate, and eat healthy if I'm not doing it. So yes, it's great to have a profitable life coaching business, and I'm super grateful and appreciative and happy. I'm elated. It's my new favorite word. I'm elated to be a life coach, and a successful one at that. But the best part about it is the fact that I have to be the best. A lot of my clients right now are making a ton of progress, and I'm super proud of a lot of them. I don't like to call anyone out specifically, but there are a couple of my clients that I have in mind that are just losing a ton of weight. I mean, a handful of my clients are losing a ton of weight, and I'm proud of all of them because they're consistent and they're doing the right things. They're doing the right things. They're getting their steps in. They're doing their intermittent fasting. They're getting to bed earlier so they can get their tush on that bike in the morning when they get out of bed. They're doing that. And because they're doing that, they're losing the weight. I am not someone who is telling them what to do. I'm not a you should type person. I don't tell anyone what they should do. I don't know what's best for you. You don't know what's best for me. Right? My own mother, I love her to death. My own mother doesn't know what's best for me. I promise. Mom, if you're watching this, if you're listening on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, I don't know how you consume my content as far as my podcasts go. If you're watching or listening right now, you don't know what's best for me. And that's okay. Because I don't even know what's best for me. But I know what's best for me more than you know what's best for me. Let's get back to the point. The point is this. We got 60 days left of this year. We got to make the most of it. How are we going to do that? I say it all the time, but habits are the most important thing. Habits are the most important thing when it comes to personal growth and moving forward in life. Whether it's relationships, whether it's physical health, mental health, emotional health, spiritual health, your relationship with God, making your bed. I've recently I don't know if I should say this. I'm going to say it. Recently, I'm not going to say it actually. I'll save that for another episode. Guys, 60 days left of the year. Let's make the most of it. Write down your goals for November. Reverse engineer them back to what you have to do right here, right now with what you got from where you're at. Okay? Some of my goals this month. I mean, honestly, it's come to a point in my life. I'll talk about myself and my goals for a little bit. It's come to a point in my life that my goals are so clear with deadlines. They're quantifiable. They have a timeline. They're specific. And I always start with the end in mind. What do I want my life to look like? I don't have personal finance goals. I have lifestyle goals. How do I want my life to look like? I want to travel. I want to work from my phone. I want to be able to buy everyone Starbucks in the morning. I don't want any debt. And I just want to have a strong sense of peace in mind and security when it comes to finances. And every single day and every single month and every single year that goes by, I get closer to that. My debt goes down. My income goes up. I continue to live below my means, you know? But some of my goals for the next 60 days. The point that I was making before I went off on a tangent is this. The processes and the micro tasks that I have to accomplish on a day-to-day basis to make sure that I'm getting closer to my goals have become so innate. They're so ingrained in my DNA at this point, I don't really have to think about it. For example, I don't even need an alarm clock anymore. I wake up at 5 a.m., usually on the dot. My circadian rhythm and my sleep cycle is so dialed in that I don't even need an alarm clock. But I do set an alarm. I set an alarm. Waking up early in the morning has become ingrained in my DNA. Making my bed has become ingrained. I cannot leave the house without making my bed. I just can't. Meditation has become so effortless. My relationship with God, getting on my knees and praying to God every single day for whoever, has become so seamless and frictionless. It's just easy to do now. On top of that, my work has become very efficient. I've become very efficient. I record my podcasts at the same time with my guests. If they can't meet those times, I'll make some exceptions, but this is when I record my podcasts. This is when I like to record them. So content, obviously, is something that's really important to me. It's crucial if I want to continue to grow as a life coach and grow my brand as Health Coach Zach, Life Coach Zach. I have an app coming out in about 3 weeks that I'm super psyched about. If I want to continue to do all these things, I got to make sure that I hit my morning routine. And I've been so consistent about my morning routine that I don't really have to think about it anymore. And as far as getting back to the whole conversation about goals and finishing out the year strong, my morning from 5 a.m. to 11 a.m. is dialed in. It's get out of bed, walk to the couch to turn off my alarm, go to the sink and chug some water, take a piss in the bathroom, make my bed, get on my knees and pray to God. From there, I walk back to the couch, I meditate for 20 minutes, open up a book, read for 20 minutes. And then from then, depending on what time it is, usually it's around 6:15 or so, I'll go to Panera Bread, charge my Tesla, get some free green tea. They have this crazy monthly subscription deal where you pay $8.99 a month and you get free coffee. And they're running a 3-month free subscription. So I haven't paid for coffee in 2 months. And then around 7 a.m., I start my training. I either run or I bike. And then from there, I hit the cold plunge at my new gym. This new gym I'm going to, it is incredible. They got a sauna, they got a steam room, they got a cold plunge. I love it. I take a shower there. It's so clean that I even take a shower there. They have soap in the soap in the stalls. I love it. It's expensive, but it's worth it. And then from then I come home. I'm home around 10:15. I try to write. That's the one thing I haven't really been loyal to. You'll see in my most recent blog. If you haven't checked out my blog, head over to lifecoachzach.com/blog. You can read my most recent blog about how to make work fun. And then from 11 to noon, usually I have a coaching call, 2 coaching calls. Break my fast with 3 eggs, spinach, and an avocado, some chia seeds on the side, maybe a protein shake. It's about a little less than maybe like 1,200 calories. 3 eggs is about around 400 calories. You got 2 avocados, around 250 calories. So yeah. Sorry, I got a little distracted getting all these notifications on my iPad. And then afternoon is for podcasts. I record my podcast in the afternoon. And then around 4:30, 5 o'clock, I go back to the gym. I lift. I get my swim in because I swim every single day. I get my swim in. And then I eat. I eat dinner. 2 or 3 meals a week are salmon and broccoli. 1 or 2 meals a week is chicken and broccoli. And then usually once a week, I have dinner with my family. Last night we had pizza. So my goals and I'm not going to go through my goals right now, but my goals of accomplishing all these things, whether it's the end of the year, whether it's the rest of my life, whether it's until the end of November, require these processes. They require these micro tasks. They require me to do the monotonous, tedious daily activities every single day. And the only reason why I am so clear on what I have to do every single day is because I'm so clear on what my goals are. And with that being said, it's really funny that I started this podcast because I wanted to talk about this water test that I'm going to be doing. When I say water test, if you're listening on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, I'm holding up a plastic bag from Home Depot that says free water test. I got this from Home Depot, and I'm going to test the pH and the cleanliness of my water. And we will see how it goes. I will upload a video when I get the results back. Everyone, if you're listening on Apple or Spotify, maybe Google, not really sure how you consume my content, but double down on your goals for the rest of the year. Finish strong. Build momentum going into 2022. Life only gets harder. So you have to be better. Life only gets harder, so you have to get better. Have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for listening and watching this podcast episode. This is very spontaneous and impulsive of me. Wasn't planning on doing this, but hey, I was in the mood. I'm just making work fun. Have a great day. Thanks so much. And I will see you guys on the next episode of the Life Coach Zach podcast.